At a pro-Palestine rally outside the U.S. city of Chicago last week, one man allegedly fired a shot into the air. Another is accused of spraying protesters with pepper spray. 2 men have been arrested. At Cornell University in New York State, a student has been arrested for making online death threats targeting Jewish students.
I was afraid for my community members' lives and for the well-being and mental health of all of my students and all of my friends and peers.
With Israel warning of a long war with Hamas, the head of the FBI says anti-Semitic threats have reached historic levels.
Our most immediate concern is that violent extremists, individuals or small groups, will draw inspiration from the events in the Middle East to carry out attacks against Americans going about their daily lives. That includes not just homegrown violent extremists inspired by a foreign terrorist organization, but also domestic violent extremists targeting Jewish or Muslim communities.
The threats are not limited to the U.S. In Paris, Stars of David have been spray painted on buildings. French authorities say more than 800 episodes of anti-Semitism have been recorded since the conflict in Israel began. Police in London report anti-Semitic and Islamophobic incidents have almost doubled. Mosques in Germany also report increased threats.
It's absolutely a necessity that we make sure that the European Union is safe from terrorist threats. And we also need to make sure that we don't have any violent anti-Semitism, any violent Islamophobia, that places of worship are protected, that all our citizens could feel safe in the European Union.
With hate running high, authorities are warning Americans to remain alert.
This is not a time for panic, but it is a time for vigilance. We shouldn't stop conducting our daily lives, going to schools, houses of worship, and so forth, but we should be vigilant.
With no end in sight to the crisis in Israel and Gaza, hate, prejudice, and danger will likely grow in the U.S. and around the world. Jim Spellman, CGTN, Washington.